King of the Road Productions proudly presents a King of Western Swing episode of the Jim King of the TV show, Southeast Texas Style. In this episode, we're joined by Johnnie Courville from Beaumont, grandson of a drummer for the legendary Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys.
He told me all kind of neat stories about Bob, the horses. They had a tour bus, like in the late 30s and early 40s. Nobody had a tour bus back then, you know. Bob was a little bit ahead of his time. The whole band was.
Sponsored by Tanner West and Texas Construction Resources. Enjoy segments like the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. Plus a music video by Lainey Wilson featuring Frank Foster as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week. And don't miss a show-stopping performance by Ken Holloway taking center stage in the Royal Spotlight. King of the Road. Howdy and welcome to the Jim King of the TV show. We're thrilled to bring you the best of Southeast Texas entertainment airing on Fox 4, the CW, Strike TV, and YouTube. I'm Jim King of the Road, and you're watching the best little TV show in Texas. If you're a true country music fan, you've got to stream King's Country Internet Radio. It's your go-to for the perfect blend of classic and contemporary country, playing 24/7 with crystal clear streaming and a local touch. No mainstream fluff, just real country curated by folks who know and love the genre. Whether you're driving, working, or just kicking back, King's Country keeps the good times rolling. In less than 100 years, radio has come a long, long way. We've gone from this to this. Alexa, play King's Country on TuneIn.
King's Country from TuneIn.
And this. Now you can stream us everywhere. Listen anytime, anywhere, on your computer, smart speaker, mobile device, or even in your car via Bluetooth. Stream worldwide on TuneIn, iTunes, Live 365, or directly at kingscountry.net. And don't miss the award-winning Jim King of the Radio show, airing middays on King's Country, a fan favorite that truly rocks. Now stick with me as we roll into Beaumont, Texas to meet Johnnie Courville and hear about his grandfather, a legendary drummer for Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys. As always, we're cruising Cadillac style, connecting Southeast Texas with TV, internet, radio, and social media. You can find us everywhere.
Extra large and turbocharged. It's the King of the Road show.
Oh, I know to the guy.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road.
Tomorrow.
Just begun. We recently featured Image 6, a fantastic Beaumont-based rock band on the King of the Road Show HD. Image 6 drummer Johnnie Courville comes from a long line of percussionists. In fact, his grandfather, Johnnie Edwards Courville, was the drummer for Bob Wills and the Texas Playboys.
Ida-red, I'm plumb fool about Ida-red. Now, Joe.
Those drums are very old and they've been in weathered atmosphere for too long and what have you. Bob Wills bought these for him and actually had them personally designed. The rims, or the original rims, I have one rim left on these drums, has little lassos that went in and out of each other. He had them personally designed for my grandfather, which was really neat for Western swing. I got these drums about 20 years ago, and I haven't done too much to them. I wanted to restore them, but I also didn't want to restore them. I wanted to keep them as original as possible. Now it's getting so old, 80 years now, I guess. They need to be in a museum so that the world can see them.
Johnny has decided to donate the drum kit and several photos to the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum in Nashville.
My lovely wife, Christy, and I talked about this about 2 weeks ago. And she said, you know, honey, those drums aren't getting any younger. They're not getting any better shape. Why don't you put them in a museum or something?
Johnny.
Now, and I said, well, you know, 10 years ago, the Bob Wills Museum here in Texas contacted me about them, and I refused at the moment to put them in the museum because I didn't want to let them go. Now I'm a little bit older. My children are grown. They're gone. My wife said, you know what? We can't just sit there and watch these things deteriorate, and nobody gets to appreciate them. And I was like, you're absolutely right. So she made the phone call last week to the Country Music Hall of Fame Museum in Nashville, Tennessee, downtown, the big one, the real one. And if it wasn't for her, I don't think I would have been able to pick up the phone to call to make the arrangements for it. So I'm shipping them off, if not tomorrow, the next day. So yeah, that's how I got in touch with those people.
This segment is sponsored by Tanner West and Texas Construction Resources.
Working hard from the sun up to the sundown. They can build it tall, they can tear it on down. They got the know-how, if you got the money.
We've got off-road dump trucks, several tracos, several dozers, several guys that are very capable of following the plan and getting it done right.
Hands of a working man built this town. Clear this timber and plow this ground.
Coming up, enjoy a Lainey Wilson music video featuring Frank Foster as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week. Plus, get ready for the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback and an unforgettable performance by Ken Holloway, shining in the Royal Spotlight. But first, we'll wrap up our exclusive with Johnnie Courville of Beaumont, grandson of the drummer from the legendary Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys.
You're cruising in the King's Caddy.
King of the road.